Hello, everybody, and welcome to the channel. We got the final game of this three-game series between the Cincinnati Reds and St. Louis Cardinals. Leading off for the Reds, playing center field, Ed Rush. Batting second, playing third, Eddie Casket, batting third, playing first base, Ted Klawinski. Batting fourth, playing right field, Wally Pace. Batting fifth, playing left field, Frank Robinson. Batting sixth and doing the catching, Ed Bailey. Batting seventh, playing second base, Lonnie Fry. Batting eighth, playing shortstop, Roy McMillan. And on the mound, doing the pitching and batting ninth is Noodles HAHN. And for your hometown St. Louis Cardinals, we got leading off, playing shortstop, Marty McMarron. Batting second, playing center field, Enos Slaughter. Batting third, playing second base, Rogers Hornsby. Batting fourth, playing left field, Stan Musial. Batting fifth, playing right field, Joe Medrick. Batting seventh, playing first base, Johnny Mize. Batting seventh, playing third base, Ken Boyer. Batting eighth, doing the catching, Dale Rice. And batting ninth and doing the pitching is Bill DOAK. Let's get down here to St. Louis and get this game started. And leading off for the Reds is Ed Rush. And he's batting .359 with one homer and 13 RBIs. Bill DOAK is on the mound. And this is his fourth start of the year. He's 1-0 with a 3.6 ERA. And here's the pitch to Ed. That's going to be a ground ball down to Hornsby, playing second today over the Mize for out number one. And Eddie Casco comes to the plate now, batting $150. He's got a homer and 7 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Boyer, one of the best fielding third basemen in the league. Fires over the first for out number two. And Big Clue comes to the plate, batting .250 with 2 homers and 3 RBIs. And Big Clue gets a hold of this one. And that ball is 16. That ball is high. That ball is far. Kiss it goodbye. Big Clue with his third home run of the year gives the Reds a 1-0 lead here in the top of the first. Now Wally Post comes to the plate. And Wally's batting .441, 3 homers and 8 RBIs. And that's going to be It'll be a fly ball in the left field. Stan the man makes the catch. But Big Clue's home run gives the Reds a run. Reds 1. Cardinals coming to bat. Marion, Slaughter, and Hornsby do up here. Marty's batting .333. He's got no homers and no RBIs. And Noodles HAHN is his fourth start. He's 3-0. With a 2.67 ERA. Here's the pitch to Marty, and Marty's going to walk on down to first. So the tie and run is down at first. Go ahead, runs at the plate, Nina Slaughter. And Slaughter's batting .277 on the year with 2 homers and 8 RBIs. And Slaughter ready for the pitch. And that's going to be a ground ball. Let's see here. 15 might be the old double play here. And Slaughter's batting left, said no, they won't get the double play. Slaughter will beat the throw. That will be a 3-6 put out. Now Slaughter's down at first. Roger Hornsby with 1 out. And Hornsby's batting .250, 3 homers and 11 RBIs. And that's going to be 2 balls and no strikes on Hornsby. Here's the 2-0 pitch. And he walks the hard way. And that's the second walk given up for our Noodles. Now he's walked himself into a mess with staying the man up now, first and second, and only 1 out. Reds are up by 1. Stan's batting a $177. He's got a homer and 4 RBIs. And that's going to be against the lefty. 19 and a 9. And that's going to be a pop-up down the third. Casco makes the play out in shallow left field for out number 2. So it'll take a 2-out base hit from Joe Medrick to deliver here. Joe's batting 149. He's got a homer and 4 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball back to the mound. And he'll throw it back over to first. Noodles will. And that'll end the inning. Cardinals strand 2. We go to the top of the second. It's 1-0 Reds. You got Robinson, Bailey, and Fry due up here. And Frank's batting 246 with 5 homers and 8 RBIs as Ken Castro joins us here tonight. Here's the pitch to Frank. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Marty at short. He fires over to first for out number 1. And Ed Bailey comes to the plate. And Bailey's batting 261. Didn't you? I don't get them sometimes either. I don't understand YouTube with that stuff, Ken. Yeah, like I say, when NV does stuff, a lot of times I don't get no notification from NV. So, yeah, it doesn't make a lot of sense. And Bailey's batting 261 with a homer and 2 RBIs. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, and Bailey strikes out for out number 2. And Lonnie Fry comes to the plate batting 282 with no homers and 5 RBIs. Yeah, it is, isn't it? Yep, I can't believe their record. I can't believe they're 6-10. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, and he strikes out Fry for back-to-back strikeouts. That ends the inning. We go to the bottom of the second. It's still 1-0 Cincinnati on the home run by Clue. We got Mize, Boyer, and Rice due up. And Mize is batting 259. He's got 6 homers and 13 RBIs, the big cat. And that's going to be a base hit. And the right field post can't get to it. Takes it on the bounce. And the leadoff batter's aboard again. Last time they stranded 2 after Noodles walked 2. Now that gives up his first base hit. Brings up Ken Boyer hitting 375 with no homers and 3 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. And that might still be fielding columns. That's barely column number 2. So, and they'll get the lead runner, Mize, on the 6-4 put out. Now Boyer's down at first for Dale Rice. And Rice is batting 222. And no homers. His regular batting average is way off. I think got his batting. No, that's right on. 218 batting average in 47. And Dale's batting 222, no homers, and 2 RBIs. And that's going to be a rare play, a 38. I believe it's a rare play. Let's see here. Yep, it'll be a rare play. A rare play of 38 with a runner down at first. Have to re-roll some dice here. And a 15. 15 on a 38 will be 18. That'll be hit down to third base. And Casco's down there. A 16. That'll be a line drive. That's going to turn into a double play as he fires over to first. So a line drive double play ends the inning, and that's it for the bottom of the second. Nice play down there by Casco. We go to the top of the third. We got the bottom part of the order due up here for the Reds. McMillan, HAHN, and then back to the top of the order in Ed. And McMillan's batting a .182 with a homer and 8 RBIs. And that's going to be a fly ball into left field. Stan makes the catch for out number 1. And here comes Noodles. Oh, Noodles is 0 for 10, folks. Looking for his first base hit of the year. And not going to happen. That's an easy ground ball down to Marty at short for out number 2. You see the Reds' upcoming schedule. They go on the road, stay on the road, I should say, to Pittsburgh for 3 games, and then it's up to New York to take on the Giants after that. We're back to the top of the order in Ed Rush, and he's 0 for 1, grounded out the second, and that's going to be a fly ball out the right field, and 2 and a 53 is going to be column number 3. So that's going to be a single. And Ed's going to get down the second on the air by Medrick. And now with 2 outs, runner down in scoring position. Yeah, he sure can't hit much. That's like old Rice either for the Cardinals. I didn't realize Rice was that bad as a catcher with a .218 batting average, especially in this league. And so he's supposed to get down the second, not the third. Redo that. Should just be a 1 base error, not a 2 base error. So that's going to be a single, E9, and a 1 base error. And now we got Casco up. And Casco just made that nice play in the bottom of the second. Nice line drive, and he doubled him off at first. And Eddie grounded out the third his first time up. And that's going to be a against the righty at 19. And that's going to be a fly ball. Nope. It's going to be a ground ball down to Marty at short. He fires over the first. And that'll end the inning, folks. And the Reds strand 1. We go to the bottom of the third. Got the top of the order due up here. I believe you got, nope, you got Duke up. Duke due up first. What did I do? Forget to put his card in. It sure did. Sure did. Get ready to see where is he at. There he is. And Bill's batting 0 for 5 on the year. See the team comparisons. The Reds are 8-9. They've struck out 79 times, walked 49, hit 34 doubles and 6 triples. Cardinals are 6-10. They've struck out 77 times, walked 66, 66 walks, like I said, 39 doubles and 11 triples. Here's the pitch to DOAK. Get it out right. That's going to be a ground ball down the clue. He takes it himself for out number 1. And Marty's up to the plate now. And he walked his first time up. And that's going to be against the lefty, a 17. And that's going to be a base hit, infield hit. So Marty's aboard here with an infield single. And that brings up Enos Slaughter now. And Slaughter, he walked, no, he reached on the fielder's choice his first time up. And that's going to be against the lefty, a 20. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Frank Robinson for out number 2. Now, let's see if Roger Hornsby can do something here in this 1-0 ball game. Rogers, he walked his first time up. That's going to be a ground ball down the short. And that's going to be a nice play probably down there by McMillan. Nope, that's going to get through. And they're going to throw the runner out at third. So that's a base hit in the center field, I believe. What I say? No, that was a base hit into right field, isn't it? Get this right yet. That was a ground ball down the short. It didn't make it through. And that's a nice play. Like I say, it's a nice play by McMillan. He's up with it, fires over the first. We'll get it straight, folks. And Hornsby's out. And that ends the inning. We go to the top of the fourth. And we got Big Clue, Post, and Robinson. Big Clue homered and gave the Reds the 1-0 lead his first time up. And that's going to be a rare play, 43 and a 41. And that's going to be a 43. That's going to be a ball. So here's the 1-0 pitch to Clue. And that's going to be a base hit. Clue with another hit. It's a single in the right field. Clue perfect today. It brings up Wally Post with a runner on first and nobody out. Reds already up by 1. Post flew out the left his first time up. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Joe Medrick in right for out number 1. And now you got Frank Robinson up. Reds would like to see a double play ground ball here. Frank's 0 for 1. He did ground out the short his first time up. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Slaughter in center field for out number 2. So it's up to Ed Bailey here with 2 outs and Clue still down at first with that leadoff single. Bailey struck out his first time up. And that's going to be against the righty. 12 and a 9. And that's going to be popped up down the third. Ken Boyer makes the play. And that'll end the inning. The Cardinals coming up, trailing 1-0. You got Musial, followed by Medrick and Mize, the M&M brothers, the 3 M's. And you can see that the Reds are batting .213 on the year, a .273 on base percentage, slugging .365 with a .638 OPS. Cardinals are batting .235 on base percentage of .311, slugging .390 and a .701 OPS. Yeah, it's a good pitching duel, ain't it? It sure is. See if old Stan can get on board here. And like I say, you got the 3 M's due up, Musial, Medrick, and Mize. And here's the pitch to Stan. And that's going to be a fly ball out the left field. And Frank Robinson's out there, a 53 and a 2. He's probably fielding column number 3, ain't it? Yep, just makes it. So that's going to be a single and an error by Frank Robinson. So Stan the man's going to get in scoring position here with nobody out. So the tying run down at second, nobody out, thanks to the error by Robinson. And that brings up Joe Medrick. And Medrick grounded out to the pitcher's first time up. See if Joe can do something with Stan down at second rather. And that's going to be against the lefty in 18. And that is going to be a single in the right field. Post got a good arm out there. Man, Stan the man's got good speed. Let's see here, though. There's nobody out. So that's going to be a 5. Be a 46. And I think Stan's going to stop at third. Doesn't need to get thrown out here with nobody out. So now you got first and third for the big cat Johnny Mize. Still nobody out. And they'll play back for the double play, not trying to give up a big inning here. The big cat Johnny Mize singled his first time up in the second. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Strikes him out. Big strikeout there by Noodles. Now there's one out, and Ken Boyer in a double play ball gets him out of the inning. And Boyer grounded into a fielder's choice his first time up. And that's going to be against the lefty. It'll be a 12 and an 11. No, and a 10. A 12 and a 10. And that's going to be a base hit. Ken Boyer comes through again. That ball's hit in the center field. And let's see here. Be a 39. He's going to stop at second. But that's going to tie this ball game up, folks. Now you got first and second and still one out for Dale Rice. And we got a 1-1 ball game here as Noodles is getting beat around a little bit here in the bottom of the fourth. And Rice, he lined into that double play his first time up. And not this time, folks. That ball is high. That ball is far. That ball is going. Kiss it goodbye. Deep center field. Dale Rice is just giving the Cardinals a 4-1 lead here. Noodles is getting beat up. And here comes Bill to the plate now. He grounded out the first his first time up. Cardinals have scored 4 here in the fourth. Still only one out. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Casco. He fires across the diamond. So Noodle settles down after the homer. And we're back to the top of the order in Marty as Aaron Reed joins us here. And Marty is 1 for 1. He singled back in the third, walked in the first. And that's another ground ball down to Eddie. And that'll end the inning. But the Cardinals score 4, 3 of them on the big home run, and lead this game 4-1 as we get to the top of the fifth. We got the bottom part of the order due up here for the Reds. Fry, McMillan, and HAHN. And Lonnie's 0 for 1, struck out his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Hornsby, playing second today for out number 1 rather. And Roy McMillan's up now. Roy, he flew out the left his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Boyer. He fires across the diamond. That's 2 quick outs here. And it's only the 5th inning. Noodles is going to stay in the game. He'll have a short leash here after that rough 4th inning. He grounded out the short his first time up. And that's going to be against the righty at 18. That's going to be a fly ball in the center field. Slaughter makes the catch. 1, 2, 3 goes the Reds. To the bottom of the 5th we go. We got Slaughter, Hornsby, and Musial due up here. And Enos is 0 for 2. He is flown out and grounded into a fielder's choice. And that's going to be a base on balls. And that's going to get the bullpen up now as the leadoff batter gets aboard here. Can't afford to be giving up any more runs. And Hornsby's 0 for 1. He walked and grounded out. And that's going to be a 2 balls and no strikes. And Noodles is having trouble finding the plate here. And that's going to be popped up down the short. Nope, he gets him. He goes from 2-0 to get him on a strikeout. Hornsby strikes out. That brings up Stan the Man Musial. He singled, reached second on an error, and came around the score in the 4th. And that's going to be a ground ball down the first. Let's see if I can make it through here. 65 and a 3. Yep, that's going to be a single in the right field. And we got first and second here, folks. So that ball makes it through the gap with Big Clue holding them on. Brings up Joe Medrick now. Cardinals trying to add to this lead. First and second looking for the double play ball here. And let's see who's up after this. They're going to let Noodles pitch to Medrick because the lefty Mize is up next. That'll probably be it for him one way or the other, probably. And that's going to be against the lefty, an 18. And that's going to be a single. And Joe comes through here. That's a single in the left field. And with Slaughter's speed, he's going to score easily. Musial will stop at second. And it's a 5-0 ball game, folks. He is going to pitch to the big cat, but this will be it for him after the big cat. They'll have the lefty matchup. It's 5-0 now. Here's the pitch to Johnny. Johnny's 1 for 2, and that was a mistake. That ball is high. That ball is far. Forget about it, folks. The big cat hits a big one, and it is now 8-1, and that's it for Noodles. Left him in one batter too long. Let's see who's going to come in here and pitch to these righties. And it looks like Red Lucas is going to come in and pitch. As Noodles, the last 2 innings have given up 8 runs. It was cruising through 3. But the Cardinals got to him. Me and Big Clue was talking about that lineup as Clinton Park joins us here. And where's Red at? So this is Lucas' 4th appearance. He's 0-1 with an 8.44 ERA. Nobody on now after the 3-run homer. And 1 out to Ken Boyer. Boyer had an RBI single back in the 4th. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Frank Robinson for out number 2. Oh, yeah, it's pretty nice, ain't it, Clinton? This is one of Mike Silva's ballparks. And here's Dale Rice up. He's 1 for 2 with a homer and 3 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second for out number 2. Sorry, out number 3. That'll end the inning. But 4 more big runs score makes it 8-1 as we go to the 6th inning. You'll have the top of the order due up here. Ed, and then Big Clue. Let's see what Ed and Eddie can do. And Rush, he's 1 for 2, grounded out and singled. And we dropped the dice for the first time today. Makes it an official ball game. That'll be a ground ball down to Boyer. He fires over to the big cat for out number 1. And Eddie Cass goes up, the other Ed. And Eddie is 0 for 2, grounded out twice. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Stan the Man for out number 2. And it's up to Big Clue now to get a hit here. Clue's 2 for 2. He's homered and singled. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Bill strikes him out to end the inning. To the bottom of the 6th we go. The bottom part of the order due up here. We got Bill and then back to Marty and Enos. And Bill's 0 for 2. He's grounded out twice. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes his counterpart out for out number 1. And Marty comes up to the plate. And Marty's 1 for 2. He is walked, singled, and grounded out. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Ed in center field for out number 2. So let's see if Enos Slaughter can do something here with 2 outs. Slaughter's 0 for 2. He did walk back in the 5th. And that's going to be another fly ball out to center field to his counterpart, Cardinals go down in order. To the top of the 7th we go. We got Toast, Robinson, and Bailey due up. Well, he's 0 for 2. He's flown out to the corners left and right. And that's going to be a ground ball to the corner down the Boyer. He fires over to the Cat. And now there's Frank Robinson up with nobody on. And Frank's 0 for 2. Grounded out and flown out. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Slaughter. 2 quick outs here in the top of the 7th. It's up dead Bailey, trailing by 7 here. Needs some base runners. And that's going to be a base on balls. Bailey will take it. So he's down at first now for Lonnie Fry. Fry's 0 for 2. He struck out and grounded out to his counterpart at second. And that's going to be against a righty. 17 and a 9. Yep. 9. And that's a nice play down at short by Marty. And he'll fire across the diamond. Get out number 3. To the 7th inning stretch we go. This will be the last inning for Red. Hopefully he can get through this inning. He's got Hornsby, Musial, and Medrick due up here in the bottom of the 7th. Hornsby's 0 for 2 with that walk back in the 1st. He is struck out and grounded out. And he gets a hold of this one, Hornsby does. And that ball is high. That ball is far. That ball is going, folks. Roger Hornsby with a lead-off homer to start the bottom of the 7th. It's now a 9-1 ball game. The Cardinals are putting it on the Reds tonight. Stan the Man's up. He's 2 for 3. He has singled twice, came around to score twice. And that's going to be another base hit. Maybe not. Let's check here and make sure. Against the righty. Yep, that's going to be a base hit in the center field. Stan the Man's aboard here. As Ed couldn't quite get to it. Now Joe Medrick's up. Still nobody out. Runner down at first. Joe's 2 for 3. He has singled twice, came around to score twice, and driven in a run. And the hit parade just keeps on coming, folks. It's going to be a double down the first baseline. And with nobody out, Stan's going to stop at third in a 9-run ball game. And that brings up the Big Cat. And he's homered in this game, folks. And the Reds, trailing 9-1, is just going to play for an out here. Like I say, the Big Cat has singled in the 2nd, hit a 3-run homer in the 5th. And that's going to be a base on balls. And that's going to fill the bases up. They're going to look for the double play ball here out of Ken Boyer. Boyer's having a nice game also. He's 1 for 3 with an RBI. Batting .368 on the season. And here's the pitch to Boyer. And that's going to be a big swing and a miss. Strikes out Boyer. Now the double play gets him out of this mess with only 1 run scoring. Dale Rice is up. He hit a 3-run homer of his own back in the 4th. And not this time. That's going to be let's see, I'm sure the infield's 1, 12, 16, 17, 25, 33. I think that's fielding column 2, if I remember right. I think it's got to be a 34. Big fielding column 1. I believe it has to be a 34, if I remember correctly. check here to make sure. Yep. Yes, 35 to be fielding column number 1. So that's fielding column number 2. And that's going to be a foul ball back behind the plate. Bailey makes the catch for out number 2. So now Bill is going to stay in the game and bat here with the bases loaded. Can he help his own cause? He's looking for his first hit of the year, folks. He's grounded out twice and struck out. He's 0 for 8 in the year. And that's going to be a pop up down the first. Big Clue makes the catch in fair territory for out number 3. Cardinals score one more. To the top of the 8th we go. It's 9-1. We'll have McMillan, a pitch hitter, and back to the top of the order we go. And Roy is 0 for 2, flown out and grounded out. As Beatles joins us here. Nice to see you, Beatles. Oh, cool. Oh, sounds good, buddy. Me and Ken Castro was just talking about that. Yeah, I hadn't heard from you. Yeah, sounds good. Big Beetle says he's going to do a broadcast after this game, and then he's going to discuss on the McGreevy League. So looking good. So here's the pitch to McMillan, and that's going to be a 20. That's going to be a crown ball, I believe. Yeah, it's a nope. That's a fly ball out to center field. Slaughter makes the catch, and now we need a pitch hitter here for Lucas. Let's see, he's going to come off the bench here. And I think Goodman's going to come off the bench. Ivory Goodman's going to come off the bench. Try to get aboard here. Reds looking to make the game a little more respectable. And here we go. This is Goodman batting .250 on the year. No homers and no RBIs. And that's going to be a comebacker. Bill's got it. Picks it up, fires it over to the cat for out number 1. Out number 2, rather. And now we're back to the top of the order and Ed. And Ed's 1 for 3. He singled back in the 3rd. And that's going to be a fly ball out right field. Joe makes the catch. Now to win the inning. Top of the bottom of the 8th we go. See who's going to come out here and pitch. We might go with Freeman. See how long it's been since Freeman pitched. See if you can get just 3 outs here. Yeah, it's been a while since Freeman's pitched. He's going to come out here and pitch this 8th inning here. So this is Freeman's 3rd appearance of the year. No record and a 3 ERA. He'll be going up against the top of the lineup, Marty, Enos, and Rogers. And Marty's 1 for 3. He's walked and singled back in the 3rd. And that's going to be a ground ball back to Freeman. He fires over to Big Clue for out number 1. Enos Slaughter comes to the plate now. He's 0 for 3. Let's look here. He might be the only Cardinal without a hit here. Take a look here at the box score. Yep, he is the only Cardinal without a hit here, except for Bill. So Slaughter's trying to get off of the snide here, get a base hit, and he does. He squares this one up. Enos Slaughter says he's not going over for stinking 4. And that ball is hit into the gap in left field. Robinson and Rush over. But he's headed for third. He's a brown-eyed, handsome man, and he's in there safely with since Beatles is here, a triple, folks. And now you got 1 out and a runner down at third. They will bring the infield in. They don't want a double-digit game here, so they're going to try to stop that from happening. Rogers Hornsby's up. He's 1 for 3. He hit a home run his last time up. Here's the pitch to Hornsby. And that's going to be a fly ball out the right field. Wally's out there. 42 and a 2. Should be fielding column 2, and it is. And that'll be, we'll need to roll another dice. And that's going to be a 38. He's probably going to hold put here. Maybe not. Might just try to score. What the heck? Have some fun and run the bases here. He is going to try to score on this fly ball. And it'll be a 45 or lower. Slaughter will tag up here and score. And he doesn't. Nice play by Post. Fly ball out the right field. And the runner's out trying to tag up, folks. And that'll end the bottom of the 8th. To the top of the 9th we go. And we got the top of the order due up here against Bill. Bill trying to get the complete game here. A 3-hit, 1-run game so far. And Ed's 0 for 3. He's grounded out twice and flown out the left. And he's not done yet. That ball is driven down. I'm sorry, it ain't Ed up. It's the other Ed. Casco's due up. And that's going to be a double over first base as Eddie's down there at second with nobody out. So these Reds ain't giving up yet. And Big Clue comes to the plate. He did homer in this game, folks. Back in the first inning, hit that solo homer. Here's the pitch to Big Clue. And that's going to be against the righty, 16. That's going to be a single in the right field. And with nobody out, Eddie will stop at third. His run means nothing. Now Wally Post is up. And believe it or not, they're going to get the bullpen up even in a 9-run game. So first and third, nobody out. Don't want this game slipping away from them. It looks like Bill might not be able to close her out here. Looking for the ground ball double play. They'll give up the run here. Wally's 0 for 3. He's flown out the left and right, and grounded out the third. And that's going to be a base on balls. And Bill's got himself in a hell of a pickle here. And Frank Robinson's up now with the bases juiced. Still nobody out. Again, looking for the double play. Here's the pitch to Frank. And that's going to be a fly ball out to center field. Slaughter makes the catch. And 45. They'll probably let him score without making a throw. Yeah, they'll let him score. Throw the ball in. Big Clue's going to stay at second. And it's a 9-2 ball game. Now a double play gets him out of this mess. And Bailey's up now with first and second. And Bailey's 0 for 2. He did walk his last time up back in the 7th. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. Can Hornsby turn 2 on this? Is it quite? No, that's just going to be a line drive to him. And the runners get back. So now there's 2 outs. The Reds down to their last out, and Lonnie Fry. And Fry's 0 for 3. Grounded out twice and struck out. And this game ain't over yet. Lonnie squares this one up, folks. And that ball is high. That ball is far. How far is this one going to go? And this ball is out of here, folks. And that's going to be it for Bill. As Lonnie Fry turns on this one, it's this into the right field bleachers. And it is all of a sudden a 9-5 ball game. That's going to be it for Bill. So he can't get the job done. Let's see who's going to come out here and pitch. You got the righty due up. And it looks like Hines is going to come out. Jesse's going to come out of the bullpen here. This ain't a great bullpen. That is one thing the Cardinals don't have. It is a deep bullpen. So Jesse comes out of the pen. Looking for the last out here of this ball game. McMillan's up, nobody on after a 3-run homer by Fry. And Max 0 for 3. He has flown out twice, grounded out. And this is Jesse's 6th appearance. He's 0-1 with a 6.23 ERA. Here's the pitch to Max. And that'll do it, folks. That's a comebacker to Jesse. He fires over the big cat. The Reds try to make it interesting, make it 9-5. That'll be your ball game here. Let's take a look at the box score. As the Cardinals take 2 out of 3 here against these Reds. So the Cardinals 9 runs, 13 hits and 1 error. The Reds 5 runs, 6 hits and 1 error. You had Big Clue going 3 for 4 with the homer. Lonnie Fry 1 for 4 with a 3-run homer. And the Reds 2 for 4 with runners in scoring position. Only left 3 men on. Really didn't have any chances until that 9th inning. Look at that. Everybody gets a hit except for poor Bill. You get a hit, he gets a hit, everybody gets a hit. They was 5 for 9 with runners in scoring position. Hornsby, Mize, and Rice all go deep. And the Cardinals left 6 men on base. Noodle picks up his first loss of the year, gets beat around 4 1/3, 9 hits, 8 runs, walked 3, struck out 2, gave up 2 homers. Red comes in the game. Lucas 2 2/3, 3 hits, 1 run, walked 1, struck out 2, and gave up a homer. Freeman comes in 1 inning, 1 hit. Bill goes 8 2/3, picks up his 2nd win. He's 6 hits, 5 runs, walked 2, struck out 3, gave up 2 homers. And Jesse comes in, gets the last out of the ball game. Okay, let's take a look here at the standings and the leaderboard after May 6th. In the National League, the Giants are a game up on the Phillies. Braves are 2.5 games back. Now you got the Cubs, Dodgers, and Pirates 3 games back. Reds are now 3.5 games back. And the Cardinals are 4 games back. And the Phillies hitting machine. Ed Delaney's leading his teammate Chuck Klein with a .412 batting average. Joe Adcock with 8 homers. And you got 3 batters, Aaron Adcock and Chuck Klein with 22 RBIs. And Dazzy Vance with that 1.62 ERA. You got a boatload of pitchers with 3 wins. And Marv Grissom with 4 saves. And Hank Aaron's leading in the MVP voting. And Dazzy Vance leading in the best pitcher category. I want to thank Clinton Parks, Ken Castro, Beatles Eternally. Check out his channel. Like I said, he says he's going to do some games here in a minute. Let's go over there and check out his channel, Ken Castro. First one in the house, Aaron Reed. Check out his great channel, folks. If you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell for reminders, and leave a like and a comment. Until next time, you all have a great evening and take care. Yeah, it is a tight race, Clinton. You're right.